Hello and welcome to Fletch and Sav, the best bits today from the Emirates, building up to a brilliant day of sixth round FA Cup football on BT Sport, starting with Arsenal versus Watford.
We were on a different day and at a different time, so if you were watching on Saturday at 10 o'clock, start following our Twitter. We won't tell you again, but don't worry, here are the best bits of the show.
Gareth Barry's reaction tells you he's not been bitten, and the Everton player, I think, has done really well for Diego Costa here by not making more
I think
of
a
it.
lot of players there would have gone down.
And he also came out, didn't he, and said that it wasn't a bite.
Yeah.
So, a lot of credit to Gareth Barry there.
Yeah, I mean, he's a seasonal pro. He's an experienced lad. You're right. Anybody, would have gone down and rolled around screaming. But you can just tell from his reaction after he put his hand round Costa's back. And if you're going to get done for intent, then yeah, they should look at it. But if that's not the case, then why do they need to look at it? He's been punished. He's got his second yellow card. He's been sent off. He hasn't bit the bloke, so put it to bed. I mean, people talking about 6-7 game ban. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. It's madness. If I go and tend to do a bank job and don't do it, do I get 25 years? No, I don't. So the bottom line is, people saying it's a disgrace. He should know better, Costa. He should know better.
You see Costa's reaction straight after that. He hugged Gareth Barry.
And smiled. Yeah.
But that was, I think, a sign to Gareth Barry that you are a top bloke, in that you could have made that far worse for me as an individual.
Yeah, there's the lineup that Pochettino went with in Dortmund. Are they in danger here of this season disintegrating a little bit for them? Because they've gone out of the FA Cup, looks as though they're going to go out of the Europa League. They're a little gap now to Leicester City, and they're just wobbling for the first time this season, Tottenham. They might actually ultimately turn out with a Champions League place and nothing else.
Which would be a good season, no?
He's looking at He's looking at the Premier League.
He would, yeah.
Well, he's looking at the Premier League. He's putting all his say, look, this is more important than the Europa League because they will be in. I think they will be in the top four, and that is Champions League football. So he's got what he wants to win the Europa League. You're getting the Champions League, but he's thinking, well, top four. But we've got every chance to win this Premier League. So that's why he's resting these players and putting it, he's saying, well, all the big hitters can come back in today.
Do you think it was right to rest them players then?
No, I don't. I think as a player, you want to play. I know Ray's always saying it, you want to play every game. And this is the sort of games you want to play in Dortmund, away. This is what you're a footballer, to play in these sort of atmospheres and environments. So I'm amazed when people do get rested for certain games, whether the players have a little bit of a moan up, say, well, no, I want to play. I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Dortmund away, what a fixture.
Yeah.
I'd have been absolutely gutted to be left out for that one, I would have to say.
No,
and I think Aaron Ramsey, you look at Aaron Ramsey, he was left out against Hull in the week. He come on, so he's naturally a little bit annoyed that he's not started the game anyway. He's not warmed up properly. He goes on and pulls his thigh. Now he's out for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
did you see anything on Thursday that could indicate Tottenham could turn it around this week?
They could have got back. They should have been 6 or 7. They could have
Would
been.
Tottenham's best team beat that Dortmund's best team?
No.
No.
If Dortmund were in our Premier League, they'd win it this year.
Yeah. So what about the other one then?
win what?
That's a statement, that is.
Win our Premier
Win our Premier League, Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund will win our Premier League this year.
What, with our league plan at its full intensity week in, week out?
This year, if Leicester City can win the Premier League this year...
I'm sorry, Sav, the German league, the German league has gone very, very Spanish in the fixtures.
Easy, yeah.
In the fixtures you play, who's at the top? Bayern Munich. It's the intensity we play week in, week out. That would not win the league.
Dortmund, I think, if I'm proud on Twitter, if Dortmund were in our league, would they win it? I think they would win it, and this year by 5-6 points.
Bayern Munich.
Well, to be fair, you'll have a good gauge, wouldn't you? Because when Dortmund come to White Hart Lane, you presume that obviously Tottenham...
They're through them into the 3-0.
Yeah, but just to see what team Tottenham put out, what team Dortmund...
And you know football.
You
know football. 3-0 is not finished.
When we played, it was 4-4-2. We played with wingers, we played with 2 midfield players. It was me against Sav, me against Ray Parlour, and you won your battles. It was simple as that. Now the modern game, it's changed now. It's like 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1. It's changed, there's no wingers. So to try and get back to the way Man United played, ain't going to happen again. But what you've got to have, you've got to play attacking football. You've got to create chances. You've got to play like what Man United stands for, and that's creating chances, not having a shot after 54 minutes. But when you look at the Man United team, and this is when you look at when I played, it was all English, British. We knew what Liverpool, Man United meant, or Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea. We knew that's what it meant. These players, we're not watching them on Thursday. They weren't bothered.
That's all for Fletch and Sav this week from Lords. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you've told you once, you've told you 1,000 times. Follow us at Fletch and Sav to keep up with everything going on the show. this week.
We're back, usual time, 10 o'clock next Saturday with the cardigan that fits Robbie, live from Goodison Park, ahead of Everton versus Arsenal, where the Premier League pressure will be back on. We'll see you then.